Hack the EverWrap Reusable Gift Bag into a handbag with me. Start with printing the pattern out. I printed the medium size only. Measure the 3 cm or the 1 inch square to make sure the pattern is to scale. Then stick all the papers together, lining up all the lines and the corners. Then you can cut out the medium bag. Now you're going to trace the pattern on a blank piece of paper or print the bag twice. And don't forget to trace all the notches as well. I always add the pattern information on the pattern, such as name of the pattern, date, how many times it needs to be cut, etc. And I would add the straight grain too. This is always vertical with the hem. Now get your original pattern again. This will be your lining. Mark 1 cm above the notches shown. Draw a horizontal line and cut this line off. I like to add a pocket for my phone. Trace around your phone or case and add 2 cm seam allowance all around. Now you can cut your sewing pieces out on the fabric. You will also need to cut a strap and bow tie out. Get the pocket and pin all the way around. Sew around and leave a gap so you can turn it right side out. Leave the gap as shown, clip the corners and turn it right side out. Get the lining and pin the pocket on the fabric, leaving the top open. Now your phone will fit nicely in the pocket. Lay the lining pieces with right sides of the fabric together and sew around, but leave the top open. Sew the lining. Fold the corner as shown, lining up the bottom seam and the side seam up. You can feel it between your fingers. Measure from the point 5 cm down and pin to mark it. Sew following the pins. And repeat this on the other corner. Trim the corners to 1 cm. Now repeat all of the steps in the main fabric. Start with pinning the fabric with right sides together. And sew around but leaving the top open. Sew the corner the same way you did in the lining. Trim the corners to 1 cm. If you like a nice accent with top stitching, you'll have to do that now. Follow the seam line with your foot to make sure you're sewing straight. Slide the lining over the main fabric with right sides together. Line the seams up and pin in place. Turn the bag with the main fabric on the outside and sew in place. Leave a gap so you can turn it right side out. Put the lining inside the bag and you'll see the main fabric folds inside as well. Make sure it's folded 4 cm inside all the way around and pin it in place. If you want an accent top stitching, then you put your accent thread in the bobbin. Sew all the way around, sewing on top of the lining to keep it in place. Sew your bow tie. Fold the bag in half and measure 8 cm down. Mark at that point as shown. Pin and sew this bow tie in place. Pin all the way around the strap and put 2 pins vertical, leaving a gap of about 8 cm. Start sewing at the second vertical pin. Sew all the way around and finish at the first vertical pin. Trim the corners. Use the dull side of a knitting needle to help turn around the strap on both sides. I recommend pressing the strap before top stitching. Top stitch the strap all the way around. I used a piece of cardboard to help the machine sew over a thick seam. Time to attach the strap. Pin it in the middle of the side seams. Make sure the strap is not twisted. Sew the strap in place as shown. Sew the other side the same way. Congrats! Your bag is finished. Hope you liked my tutorial and don't forget to tag me, because I would love to see your beautiful creation.